Hello, English learners and practitioners. Welcome to another episode of the podcast Your English Always Better. I'm Charlie. Here, you learn and practice English with stories and dialogues designed to improve your English comprehension and speaking skills. In today's video, we will follow a conversation between two friends who recently graduated from business school, Rachel and Fred. They will discuss their perspectives on money and career. Is money everything in life? Watch and find out. At the end, we will explain some words. Let's get started.
Hi, Fred. How are you?
Hi, Rachel. I'm good, and you?
I'm great. I still can't believe we finally graduated. It feels like we just started college yesterday.
I know. It was 4 intense years, but it was worth it. Now it's a new phase, full of responsibilities.
Exactly. Now we have to think about the future, our careers, and how we're going to move out of our parents' house.
Yes, moving out of our parents' house is a big step, but I think we're ready for it. It's time to make important decisions.
I agree. And to think that now we have to deal with things like paying bills, planning our finances. It's a bit scary, but also exciting.
Definitely. It's a mix of fear and excitement. But I think that's how we grow, by facing these challenges.
True. And speaking of challenges, have you decided what you're going to do now that you've graduated?
I'm thinking about a few things, but I'm not sure yet. What about you, Rachel? Do you have any plans in mind?
I have some ideas, but I'm still evaluating my options. I want something that gives me stability and allows me to achieve my dreams.
I understand. I think we all want that in some way. But everyone has a different path to get there.
Yes, and that's what makes it all so interesting. Every choice we make now can shape our future in ways we can't even imagine.
Exactly. And that's why we need to think carefully before making any decisions. But I'm confident we'll find the right path.
So, Fred, what are you thinking of doing now that you've graduated? You mentioned you have some ideas.
Yes, Rachel. I'm thinking of starting my own business. I don't know exactly what yet, but I want something that allows me to make a lot of money and have freedom.
I understand. Being an entrepreneur can be very rewarding, but it's also risky. Are you prepared for those challenges?
I know there are risks, but I'm willing to face them. I think the possibility of making more money and not being stuck in a fixed job is worth it.
I admire your courage, Fred. But have you thought about how you're going to handle the pressure and stress of being your own boss?
Yes, I've thought about that. I know it will be hard, but I'm optimistic. I want to make as much money as possible to live in wealth, and also because I have a dream of starting a foundation to help people in need.
That's amazing, Fred. It's important to have goals that go beyond money. But don't you think it's dangerous to focus so much on making money? Many people change their character because of it.
You're right, Rachel. Money can change people, but I believe that if I keep my values and goals clear, I can use money to do good.
I agree. Money is important for comfort and security, but it shouldn't be the only goal. I want to work in a big company because I think it will give me financial stability, but I also want to have time to take care of myself and enjoy life.
That's very wise, Rachel. Sometimes I get so focused on making money that I forget the importance of balancing work with well-being and health.
Yes, it's easy to get lost in that pursuit. I want to have a successful career, but I also want to have time for my family, friends, and hobbies. I don't want to work myself to death and end up sacrificing my health and happiness.
You're right. Balance is essential. But at the same time, I feel like I need to seize this opportunity to be an entrepreneur to achieve my dreams.
Of course, Fred. and I believe you can do it. Just don't forget to take care of yourself in the process. Money is a tool, not an end in itself.
I know, Rachel, and I'll try to remember that. But sometimes the pressure to succeed is so great that it's hard to maintain balance.
I understand. And that's why we need to support each other. We can learn a lot from each other. I can help you remember the importance of balance, and you can inspire me to be more courageous and ambitious.
That's true. And speaking of inspiration, have you thought about how you're going to achieve your goals working in a big company?
Yes, I've been thinking a lot about that. I want to find a company that values its employees and offers growth opportunities. I also want a healthy work environment where I can learn and develop without sacrificing my health.
That's great, Rachel. Do you have any company in mind?
I'm researching some options. I want to find a company that aligns with my values and goals. I think it's important to work in a place where I feel valued and motivated.
Absolutely. And I believe you'll find the right place. You're very talented and dedicated.
Thank you, Fred. And I believe you will also succeed with your business. You have the determination and vision needed to be a great entrepreneur.
Thank you, Rachel. And I'll remember to balance my time and take care of myself, as you said. I think we can achieve our dreams and still have a balanced and happy life.
Yes, we can. And it's important to remember that money is just one part of the equation. True happiness comes from living a balanced and meaningful life. Fred, you mentioned you want to start a foundation to help people in need. Can you tell me more about that?
Sure, Rachel. I've always seen a lot of social inequality around us, but it was during a trip to Africa that I really understood the depth of the problem. I saw firsthand the misery that many families live in. It was a transformative experience.
It must have been very impactful. And how did that trip influence your decision to start a foundation?
When I saw those families struggling to have the bare minimum, I realized I wanted to do something to help. I know a hug and a comforting word are important, but these people also have hunger and basic health needs. And to solve that, we need money.
You're right. Money can make a big difference in people's lives. And how do you plan to structure this foundation?
I want to create an organization that provides food, medical care, and education to needy communities. I believe that with the right resources, we can give people a chance to improve their lives.
That's amazing, Fred. And it's a very noble goal. I also want to do my part to help people, but in a slightly different way.
What do you mean, Rachel? What do you have in mind?
I love doing crafts, it's one of my hobbies. And I thought about using that to help. I want to dedicate part of my weekends to teaching needy families how to make crafts they can sell. I think this can give them a source of income and a sense of accomplishment.
That's wonderful, Rachel. Teaching skills that can help people sustain themselves is an incredible way to make a difference. And it's something you love to do, which makes it even more special.
Thank you, Fred. I think we can all do our part to improve the lives of those around us. And, as you said, money is a powerful tool for that.
Exactly. And that's why I want to make a lot of money, not just to live comfortably, but to invest in projects that really make a difference.
I admire that a lot in you, Fred. And I think together we can inspire others to do the same. Each of us has something unique to offer.
Absolutely, Rachel. And it's inspiring to see how you're using your skills and passions to help others. I think, in the end, what really matters is the positive impact we can have on people's lives.
Yes, and it's important to remember that we don't need to be millionaires to make a difference. Small gestures and contributions are also valuable.
I agree. And I think by combining our efforts, we can create a bigger movement for change. Your idea of teaching crafts is fantastic, and I'd love to help in any way I can.
Thank you, Fred. And I also want to support your foundation. Maybe we can collaborate on some projects in the future.
That would be amazing, Rachel.
Yes, it's true. And it's important to remember that while we pursue our dreams and goals, we are also contributing to a better world.
Exactly. And that gives me even more motivation to work hard and achieve my goals. Knowing that I can make a difference in people's lives is a great source of inspiration.
Me too, Fred. And I'm glad we had this conversation. It made me reflect on what really matters in life and how we can use our talents and resources for good. And that money is just an important part of the process, not the main thing.
Exactly, Rachel. Thank you for making that clear. Money is important, but it's not everything.
Wow, did you enjoy the conversation? Comment below if you think money is important or not. This way, you can practice your English while writing. But don't worry, our podcast is not over yet. To better reinforce the content covered in the story, let's analyze 3 important words that appear in the text along with their definitions and synonyms. First word. Mentioned. Meaning, the act of referring to something or someone briefly or specifically. Sentences with the word mentioned. 1. He mentioned her name during the meeting. 2. The author mentions several sources in his book. 3. She mentioned that she would be busy over the weekend. Synonyms. 1. Cited. 2. Referred. 3. Alluded. Second word. Hobbies. Meaning, activities done for pleasure or leisure during free time. Sentences with the word hobbies. 1. His hobbies include reading and gardening. 2. She has several hobbies, such as painting and photography. 3. He dedicates his free time to his favorite hobbies. Synonyms. 1. Pastimes. 2. Leisure. 3. Recreational activities. Third word. Structure. Meaning, the act of organizing or forming something in an orderly and logical manner. Sentences with the word structure. 1. We need to structure the business plan before the presentation. 2. She helped structure the new department in the company. 3. He is trying to structure his ideas for the project. Synonyms. 1. Organize. 2. Plan. 3. Arrange. Now let's ask 3 questions to see if you paid close attention to the dialogue. Formulate the answer in your mind in the way you think is correct. Don't worry if it's not 100% accurate. The important thing is to do the exercise to help improve your level of English comprehension. Remember, the more you practice, the faster your English level improves. Let's go to the questions. Question 1. What did Fred answer when Rachel commented that now is the time to think about moving out of their parents' house? Question 2. What did Fred say to Rachel when she asked if he was prepared for the challenges of being an entrepreneur? Question 3. What does Rachel plan to do on weekends to help people? Pause the video for a moment and try to answer. Once you have formulated the answers, come back to the video because I will leave here the excerpts from the dialogues with the answers. Follow along and see if you got them right. Let's go. The first question was about what Fred answered when Rachel commented that now is the time to think about moving out of their parents' house. Listen to the part of the dialogue with the answer.
Yes, moving out of our parents' house is a big step. but I think we're ready for it. It's time to make important decisions.
So, did you get it right? Did you get it somewhat right? If you couldn't answer with 100% clarity, that's okay. Let's move on to the next one. The second question was about what Fred answered when Rachel asked if he was prepared to be an entrepreneur. Let's follow the part of the dialogue with the answer.
I know there are risks, but I'm willing to face them. I think the possibility of making more money and not being stuck in a fixed job is worth it.
So, how did you do? Were you able to answer? Let's go to the last one. The third question was about what Rachel plans to do on weekends to help people. Did you answer correctly? Listen with me to the part of the dialogue that has the answer.
I love doing crafts, it's one of my hobbies. And I thought about using that to help. I want to dedicate part of my weekends to teaching needy families how to make crafts they can sell. I think this can give them a source of income and a sense of accomplishment.
So, overall, did you get more right or more wrong answers? It doesn't matter, the important thing is that you answered, as this way you are already practicing your English. In any case, feel free to comment below if you got any of them right. That's it, dear English learners. If you liked the video, take the opportunity to like it. Also, subscribe to the channel and hit the notifications bell to always be notified of new videos. Stay tuned because at the end of this video, suggestions for other podcasts from the channel will appear for you to follow and further improve your English. Enjoy! Thank you very much for being here. See you in the next videos.